Alright everyone, so I'm doing a video here with you guys here today, and today's video is about initiation and training. Okay, so basically initiation and training are like two pieces of the puzzle that need to go together in order for things to spiritually work out for you. There's tons of people, about a good 95% of people out here, who are solely getting one piece of the puzzle, and that's the initiation. And then they're wondering why things aren't working out for them the way that they expected them to, why they're not progressing the way that they expected to, why the spirits aren't responding the way that they expected them to. And that's because you only have half of the piece of the puzzle. Without training, okay, having the light and having the power, without the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding of how to deal with that and how to use that, the power in and of itself, just having it, is useless. And in fact, the power runs itself instead of you running that power. And that's why your life is probably a mess, or you're not achieving the desired goals or results that you want. Okay? And vice versa, training alone cannot give you what initiation can give you. Training, wisdom, and knowledge gives you a certain level of power and capacity and a certain level of power to do certain things. But without the proper initiation, okay, you're not connected into the lineage, and you're not connected into the source of that all-flowing power. You're not connected, okay, and your light hasn't been magnified, turned on, connected, strengthened, etc., to be able to make all of that knowledge that you have useful. So one can't go without the other, but they often do. They very often do. And the reality of the situation in our current communities is that 99% of the time, what's missing is training. And so what we have running amok and abound is a whole bunch of quote unquote priests without the knowledge and without the understanding and the wisdom of how to use the power that they've been given. Okay? And without any of that, and without the character to be a seat of that power, to be a place that truly holds that power. It's a very unfortunate thing. In the olden days, people went through long periods of training, myself included, before they achieved certain levels of initiation. Nowadays, people are getting initiated at an alarmingly quick rate. People are coming in and getting initiated right away. People aren't being trained. And this is why you have a whole bunch of quote-unquote idiot priests running around claiming to be able to do things that they can't do, talking nonsense, who don't understand the simple basics of honor and respect to their elders, of honor and respect to the people that came before, and people that opened up the paths for them to be able to do what they do. And it's very simple. Okay? In the olden days, people went through years and years of training before they achieved initiation. It's just like going to school. They don't give you the diploma in the front. They don't give you the master's degree in the front. And then later on, go ahead and train you. You earn that after you have a certain level of knowledge and ability. Okay? And the fact is, lots of the tradition is being messed up, ruined, etc., by this kind of whirlwind of initiations that people are doing, initiating people left and right. There are times and occasions where the initiation has to be done first because certain things need to be corrected or certain things need to happen for that person. Those are the exceptions to the rule. But then that person is to train afterwards to be able to hold that power that initiation has and be able to properly use and direct that power. Otherwise, that power runs itself. And this is what you see constantly in people's lives. And you can really tell a lot about a priest or a priestess by their character, by what they speak, how they behave, and how they act, by their character. Okay, but you have to free your judgments upon what that character should be, and you should see clearly for who they really are. So a lot of people claim to be initiates. Another common theme is people are claiming to be initiates for long periods of time, but they don't have the character that goes along with someone who's actually been holder, guardian of the secrets, guardian of the mysteries, someone who's been the holder of that power and has developed that power for a long period of time. Okay? These two things, they go together. And without both of them together, you're only accessing half of the piece of the puzzle. And this is literally what's slowly destroying the cultures. And for money, people are initiating anyone and everyone. This calling is a really serious calling. And not everyone who is initiated is going to be meant to be a spiritual worker, meant to serve in the same way. Everyone has a different purpose or a different way, a different calling of how to serve the spirits and how to serve the community. Very few are actually called to be a spiritual worker for other people. I remember when I was younger, my aunt would take me to DR, I would go to PR, and in any given setting, in any given town, there weren't spiritual workers all over the place. Okay? There were a few. There were a given number of spiritual workers. Nowadays, you're tripping over spiritual workers, so many that they claim to be. Okay, so many spiritual workers all over the place that you're practically tripping on them. They're like roaches all over the place. That's because it's not that way. Just like the Catholic Church has a certain number of priests and priestesses, it's just the same way with the spiritual work communities. So be careful and be sure of the people that you're dealing with, because more trouble can be avoided than can be got out of once you're in it. So until next time, keep the faith. God bless you. It's Papa Hector. And don't forget to subscribe below.